Valentine's Day is coming. So today we're gonna chat about what Jurita looks for in her partner lah. You're listening to
Jom Sembang, Malaysia?
So Ju.
Yes.
Okay. As far as I know, you're still single. So what do you look for in your lifetime partner?
Wow. I would look for someone who shares the same values. Someone who loves me, of course.
Of course.
Don't know, I haven't thought about this for a long time. What about you? Let's see if it will jolt my memory.
I think the first thing that I really thought about, of course, this one you mentioned values lah. But at the top of my mind, I realized that what I really look for in a guy is someone who has a purpose or a goal.
Oh, okay.
Like for the longest time, I cannot take guys who are like, if you ask them, so actually what you want to achieve in life, like that lor, or just finish my job lor, get the next promotion lor.
Right. No drive lah.
To me, it's like there is no, like say you when you don't have a small target, it doesn't have to be a big target, right?
Yeah.
When you have nothing to strive for in life, your energy is totally how to say, not
Flat.
Yeah, it's just flat, and I cannot.
Oh, so there's no passion. Maybe it's just passion for you, you know. The life goal is to please you.
That would be an interesting one. But yeah, I just realized that I would really appreciate someone who actually run towards something lah. I mean, not like a super run kind of thing. Like for example, for me, I'll be happy if I just write a book a year, and that is my goal. So so everything around my life contributes towards
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
And that's enough for me lah. So yeah, that was like my main ultimate thing when I realized like 10 years ago that every guy that I met like is a bit like a floater.
Right.
I cannot date a floater because I'm not a floater.
Okay lah, but I think right, it's because maybe all those people who are not floaters maybe already have a lot of direction and then they're already punching the girls that they want.
I guess so lah. But I do think that sometimes maybe if you find someone who you love and believe in you, you might end up not floating lah. There's a direction
That's
that
true.
you go towards
That's
together
true.
lah.
Yeah. So okay, coming back to what you said or what I said just now about, you know, if the guy's sole direction in life is to please you, actually it can be quite scary. I mean, it can be quite smothering.
Yeah, then you get worried lah.
I would
For
be
me, I
freaked
would
out.
get worried, you know. If anything happened to me, the floor will die.
No, not just that. Even if nothing has happened to you, can you imagine you are like the center of a person's world? I don't know. It's like everything that they do is like about you. I don't know. I don't think I could take that lah. I don't think I could. So yeah. So what you said, I think I am attracted to guys who are leaders.
Okay.
Right? So in the past, right? Okay, firstly lah, no matter what you say, there's a physical attraction first. Kan?
Yes,
It's
correct.
what meets the eye. So I noticed that I have been physically attracted to people who are well built.
All right.
I think for me that's the first like, oh, okay. And then that leadership quality in it. So usually it's like the persons that I've seen that I'm kind of like, oh, that one got potential. They've both been pretty well built. I mean, they don't have to have like six pack, though that would be nice, but
Okay.
and they have displayed some kind of leadership qualities, like they speak sense. You know, I don't know whether I could having a life partner that you have to explain everything.
So actually, being a leader itself already it's a given that they already have something that they're going towards. You
Yes,
can't be a
yeah.
leader without goal,
Yes,
right?
That's right.
Okay, that is like okay, physical part she cover already. I don't even have to ask, right? But yes, I can always stand guys in skinny jeans somehow. It's like okay, doesn't make sense to me.
Okay,
but
wait, chop. Do they have to be like taller than you?
I don't think I've ever really given that much of a thought.
Okay.
Okay, true, fair enough lah. I'm quite tall lah, but I think same height or maybe I think my ears are fine. But if you're like my shoulder, then a bit hard.
Okay
What?
lah. So
Talking to a
generally,
little
a
brother or
guy's standard general height would be okay for you lah.
Yeah.
Unless they're like short lah, then
Yeah.
it'll be a bit,
Yes.
you have to kind of look down at them.
Yeah, that would be very hard because my whole life I'm talking to people. Sometimes I already feel like I have to look down at people already, like, because of my height. For a girl, apparently I'm quite tall.
Yeah. So just now I mentioned values, right? And this struck home for me a few years back. I was observing a very, very good friend,
Okay.
right? A very, very good friend. And we were in the car with his, I can't remember that time, girlfriend or fiance, probably more of fiance.
Okay.
And I remember there was something that he did. It was something that went against the law lah.
Okay.
Okay. And I was like, oh my gosh. Then I realized that, this guy, it's like he will save money at all costs, even if it's flaunting the law. And I realized I cannot know. That means, imagine if my life partner had that value.
Okay.
So it's a different kind of value. I wouldn't say there's no
Yes.
value, but the value is in saving money lah.
Yep.
Going on at all costs. And for me, it's like, well, it cannot be at all costs, right? And imagine if every time that happens and it grates me, wow, there'll be no peace in the house, because the whole way you operate in
Because
your
your
life.
values are so-called opposite already lah.
But it's only one thing lah. It's not like everything opposite.
But it
it's
is
just
a
that
big
one
thing though.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, because for me, like, besides the whole first attraction is physical part, is spending time together and seeing how they conduct life.
Yeah.
Like how they treat the waiter or waitress, or
Yes.
or how they treat the elderly.
Definitely.
It speaks a lot more than how they treat you.
Betul?
Because how they
Betul.
treat me is biased, what? You like me, with that, of course, everything you treat me is nicer lah.
Yes.
But the thing is, how much nicer can you be for the rest of your life just to me nicer, is it?
Correct,
So
correct.
for me, when you marry someone, you also marry into the family.
Oh,
So
yes.
how they treat your family and friends is important, because your family and friends is a big part of your life. Especially my family. Like, hello, I have a big clan here. If you can't survive the clan the way I survive, if you can survive better than me in my clan, well done.
Yeah,
that kind
yeah.
of thing. So
Yeah, that's
for me,
true.
that's very important.
And the mic falls off.
Okay.
And that is why we need a sponsor. If you are looking for an advertisement spot on our podcast, feel free to approach us.
Okay, let's go for a commercial break while Gina fixes her mic. And yes, you can tell most of our podcast has been recorded in a home studio. We are currently looking for a space at a studio who will be willing to sponsor us as we do the recording. Break time!
Today's episode is brought to you by Songs and Stories. It's brought to you by people who love Malaysia. It talks all about the amazing things that they love about Malaysia and people who love Malaysia. Oh my gosh.
Too much love.
Yes. So they've got a podcast too. You can check it out on your favorite streaming platform. Or where else can they check it out?
You can tell we are still thinking about our potential love partners. Alright, back from the commercial break.
Okay, so talking about just now, we were all talking about our, I wouldn't call it expectations, but what we're looking for, right? And I don't know if this has happened to you before, but a lot of people, some people
Okay.
would say that we are too choosy. There's too much criteria in your list, and therefore that's why you're single at this very nice age that you are at. In your peak, you're still single because you're too choosy. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's not so much I'm choosy, but the fact that I think I need to go out there and meet more people.
Okay.
I mean, you can't be choosy if the options are not many.
That is true.
And then as you get older, the options get lesser. So I don't think it's a matter of choosy. For me, it's more of the meeting enough people to actually know.
Okay, so in today's online world, does it make it harder or easier?
That. I think it makes it, different.
Okay.
So what I would say, for example, like during the MCO, there's this app that I was using. It's not a dating app. Dating
Okay.
app has all these Tinders where you swipe left, swipe
Yes,
right, and whatever
yes.
not. Which I thought something a bit too fast for me lah. So there's this app called Slowly, Slowly, that replicates snail mail kind of concept, where you can choose a pen pal, send a message, digital message, but the digital message will take hours to reach the person depending on their location.
Okay, okay.
So I remember I can send a text to Sabah, which takes about a day post,
Uh-huh.
or 4 days to Korea, that kind of thing.
Right, right,
Okay?
right.
So I find that kind of thing might be a better dating app for me than this other proper dating
Right.
app, because then you slow down communication, you get to reflect and think, and it actually also tests the person's patience.
But actually, that is closer to the traditional way of dating, isn't it? It's getting to know somebody slowly, slowly, literally.
Yeah.
You know what they think about stuff, getting to know about their
But it's
where
also
they are.
how to say, removing that first attraction lah.
So
Like
you
physical attraction, like you go like, this one I
no
look at it, I
photo
don't
lah.
like lah, you know. But
Ah.
at the end of the day, right, you must also know that when we fall in love with a person's self, their
Yeah.
thoughts, their opinions, their values, physical might become secondary. That's why they say
Yeah.
what beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay, so then I have another question. How do you know that what the person writes is what the person is?
I think you must write often enough. Don't fall in
You
love at the
reckon?
3 letters, you know. Like fall in love after the 30th letter like that.
So by then there will be
There's a consistency in the person you see. There's only that much lies you can tell
okay lah,
for me lah. I realized that you'll be able to capture someone whether they're telling the truth or not. When I read the thing, I say, I think letter 1 wasn't like this. Or letter 5. So there is the inconsistency of truth. That's when you know something's wrong lah.
Ah.
But generally, I think those who bother to reply long messages
Yep.
and take time are quite authentic.
Okay.
Those
okay,
are not
okay.
authentic. It's like, the first letter is, can I have your phone number, please? That kind lah. That kind you immediately know that's not the kind of people I want to talk with lah.
Okay.
So I realized that those that I can talk with for a long time, and there's a lot of patience in terms of like not rushing you to meet or get personal, or like they don't even share the photo because it's like, I'm trying to protect myself, that kind of thing. Then you know that you are meeting someone who is genuinely trying to know a person.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But that's your preference lah. Not everybody today would appreciate having to write, and because writing is
Correct
now,
lah. But
yeah.
I mean, even if you know someone on Tinder or whatever, for me, even if it's not a dating app,
Yep.
let's say it's a blind date or something, I meet in person. But if the first thing the person do is blah blah blah, like the kind of questions they ask tells you what kind of person they are. They're rushing into a relationship. They want to know you.
I suppose, hey, actually, it also relates to what we talked about between introverts and extroverts, also, right?
Yeah.
Maybe in that form of app or that form of communication lah, it's a bit more ngam lah, so to speak. So talking about Valentine's Day, right? Some people use it as a singles awareness day. Ironically,
Ooh.
the acronym is SAD.
How sad.
as if being single is a sad thing.
I always tell myself, right, if I'd rather be single and alone than having someone that I'm not not that I cannot work with. I'm not complimenting him and he's not complimenting me. Then I probably suffer more as a partnered
Yeah.
life than a single life.
No, that is like already a plus, you know. Can you imagine being married? Okay, because my take is when you're married, it's supposed to be for life, right?
Yep.
Till death do us part. And if I say that vow, then it should be for forever lah. But imagine if you, okay lah, like people say, don't be so choosy lah, huh? And then you just step into it, you know, one eye closed. And
And then you suffer for the rest of your life.
exactly, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's a type of life that I want to go through. And maybe that's also a today thing. Maybe if you talked about 40 years ago, it would have been different. You know,
Because
that-
you're forced into it. It's like you're married, and that's it.
yeah, but that to a lot of people that is like lumrah hidup lah,
Yeah.
right? But in today's generation, I don't think it's an option lah. It's not an option that they want to consider. And maybe it's also because people are independent and they're not dependent on a husband or a rich wife to live lah, you know. So it's a very different timeline. I suppose people need to understand that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, one of the other thing that it comes to dating is I want to make sure I'm able to date my partner for at least more than one calendar year.
Okay, that's not too bad. 1 year.
Because for me, to truly see a person's character or whatever is it, how you treat a family, then you should go through one calendar year where, oh, this is what they do on Christmas. This is the expectation for Chinese New Year and stuff like that. I mean, then at least I have an idea whether this is the kind of life that I can live with.
Ah. Okay, I have an idea. So
Okay.
this Valentine's Day, the best thing you could do is, if you know a person who is single and you know another person who is also single and you think, hey, actually, this one can match, right? Don't do the stupid matchmaking way of, hey, I want to introduce this guy. He's a very available. It's like hello, the best way to spoil the chances because it makes it so awkward, right?
Alright.
But then just organize hey, come, minum kopi, and then like it as a natural way as possible. Because I suppose today, people maybe don't see, like you said, right? Exactly what you say, going out there and meeting people. If you like want to try like secara rawak. What's the word?
Okay, secara rawak sounds good.
Secara rawak. It might take a lot of effort, but hey, if you know a couple, a potential couple, then think of a way that it could be not awkward lah. I think I would
Okay lah.
appreciate if
you
somebody
can throw
did that
a
for me.
Valentine's party lah, huh?
I don't know. That might feel awkward. I don't know.
Okay. I think this Valentine's Day, I'm just gonna go speed dating lah.
Oh,
Malas
really?
sudah lah, kan? Dah jumpa
Okay.
orang, baik pergi cari orang yang sedang cari orang.
All right, so do that. Tell me all about it. And to all of you listening out there, tell us what you plan to do on Valentine's and tell us how it went.
And if you know of anyone that you can pair us up with,
Sure.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Jom Sembang Malaysia is hosted by two Malaysian friends who are passionate about Malaysian stuff.
Stay tuned every week for a brand new Sembang session with Juwita Suito and Gina Yap Layung.